Okay, so I just really wanted to make a life-size Delia sculpture, so I did. I don't know why. Maybe because it was Tuesday? Who knows? I wanted the bottom to be as heavy as I could make it, so I screwed together as much scrap wood as I could find. Because I knew the top would be top heavy. Even though I'm going to make it as light as I can, I wanted the bottom to be as heavy as I could. So I got a bunch of PVC pipe, and using a heat gun, I bent it off camera. And then that piece of wood has a notch out in it so that I could drill the holes more easily. And then could just wire it all together, almost like sewing. This doesn't need to be pretty, and it's not. Now this part is where I really wish I had made it stronger. I put some eye hooks on the side and used the wire to make it stronger so that it wouldn't wiggle too much side to side. I should have made this part a lot stronger. This was my biggest mistake in the entire build. It really wiggles later. I know spray foam will stick to aluminum foil, so I just cover the whole thing to take up a bunch more space so I don't have to use quite so much of the spray foam, which can get kind of pricey. And if you use the spray foam and squirt it down with some water and wait a few minutes, you can kind of mush it into shape more or less. The more you mush it, the more dense it gets and gets harder to carve later, so it kind of depends on what you want to do. Also better to hold the can upside down, you know, like the directions tell you to. Works a lot better that way. Yeah, the whole thing is already starting to tip to one side, which is why, I don't know if you could see that cord right there. I tied it to the drill press in hopes that when I put the foam on, it would kind of dry in place. That doesn't work at all. I used everything I could think of to try to carve it down. What worked best was just an old steak knife. I even tried an angle grinder, which does work, but be very gentle with it. The handheld sander, not so much. And then I use some leftover foam clay that I've got to fill in the bigger cracks. Probably could have stand to blow off the dust a little better, but whatever. And I've already, off camera, I experimented a few ways to coat it. And this is what I found worked best, is Mod Podge and plaster. Thick enough to be like pancake batter, and then I coated the whole thing. Yeah, look how much it wiggles even with that, and you can really see it leaning to that one side. This does not get better. I have real thin down black paint, like almost like ink, because I want it to get into every little nook and cranny. Then I use sandpaper to knock off all the rough edges, because from the Mod Podge and the plaster left some real kind of gnarly sharp bits. So that helps a lot. And then I watered down some dark blue paint, so it just has some more variety. And then dry brushed progressively lighter shades of kind of teal and green to best approximate Delia Deetz's sculpture.